get this.
Was a thorn. He was that spook was on that door. Vote Taylor had his own agenda.
Right.
So, and all the things Jim ever done for him, and for Unity One, Jim would give him money to pay his guy. He would give his guy $50 to $100 while he walked away with $1,500 to $2,000 or $3,000.
Right.
So when Jim found all that shit out down the line, him and Bo had ours. Pete Carroll came and met with us. We was gonna have that contract with Amer-I-Can. But Bo left us and went to Pete Carroll and badmouth Jim. And that's how all that stuff was created, with the grid and all that other stuff. But everybody who was, even Connie Rice, went through our program. And she took some stuff from our program and put it in her program book, people going to training. You get what I'm saying? So anyone you talk to from any organization, they will all tell you they went through Amer-I-Can, the original ones.
Right.
Everybody.
Right.
But when they saw the thing about Amer-I-Can, we teach the responsibility of self-determination from I-Can to I-Can. When Jim Brown created Amer-I-Can, he felt that he could take the mindset of a predator from a negative and put him right back in the community. Once he changed his mind from a negative to a positive, put him right back in his community in a positive way, he just affected him in a positive way as he was in a negative way. And we wasn't a gang intervention. When Greg came at us and they wanted us to do, if a murder happened today, they want us to have a badge to go up under that yellow tape. We're not police.
Yeah, right.
And Jim made it clear, so I didn't want that contract. We're not police. We have a life skills program to change the mindset of individuals from a negative to a positive. But we transcend race, religion, and social economic status.
Right.
Meaning I trained law enforcement officers where an FBI agent said he learned more about himself in 1 week going through our program than he learned his whole life. I trained ordained men. I just trained 16 pastors representing Silver Alliance, 15 different churches, and they have to put their cloth down and their Bible down and deal with self. And that's what makes Amer-I-Can so powerful. And a lot of people, we had a contract here in Compton, when they called Compton per capita, fourth worst murder capital per capita. And we had a contract out here. We brought the killings down from 78 to 28 in a year. But because I wouldn't allow the police to come to my office, every time in a shooting, I brought the shooters to my office.
Right, and now the police think they're going to intervene.
But because I wouldn't let them in there,
yeah.
Then they said, you can't renew that program. They didn't renew it. They gave the people parking
You
meters.
ain't going to be their puppet.
You get what I'm saying? That's one thing I can't do.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give you the history of me.
Yeah.
I'm Joe RoccHead.
Okay.
Original Compton Crip.
Okay.
K-Mac Videos did all this shit on me. Deshaun Jackson did a thing with Nipsey. I was on 2020 with them, NFL Films, but talking about Nipsey. I did a little shit with Big U just recently on Hip Hop Uncover. But I'm Joe RoccHead. I'm the one that went to jail at 11 years old. Got life in youth authority. I kicked out of youth authority at 16, went to state prison at 16. Did 7 straight years, got out for 7 months, went back and did 13 straight.
Was the M number and Y?
C number.
C number?
M number started, man, in the 90s, close to the late 80s.
Yeah. I'm a little younger than you.
I'm C0632.
You just looked at that young. Go ahead.
You know, but
yeah.
But I'm a C number.
Okay.
But I'm the one that went there when I saw the older homeboys wasn't teaching us nothing. When I first went to prison, they put a book up under my door. Welcome to the John family. And there was nobody there to teach me anything.
Right.
I told the motherfucker, fuck you, I'm crazy, Mr. RoccHead from Compton Crip. Period. And when I saw my older homie wasn't teaching me nothing, I took it upon myself to eventually become the man.
Right.
Well, me and others controlled all 14 prisons at that time for one cell. Me and my crew. And I've always had the youngsters back. I don't give a fuck about the old dudes, don't be honest. Anyone who know RoccHead from Compton, they all tell you, I'm for the youngsters. Until we really affect change and give these youngsters opportunity, change ain't gonna never happen because it's coming from them.
It gotta come from them, or it's
you
ain't
know
gonna never happen. You're right.
And if all these hoods that shows up, and how many of these hoods can really got control of their hood?
Right.
Who the youngsters listen to, the youngsters respect, the youngsters at least open their ear up to. Ain't too many. If we got our hood together and we tell them to shut their asses down, and they shut down, but the other hoods who warn against my hood don't have their hood shut down, then what the fuck I'm looking like telling my guys to sit down?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But these are things we have to deal with. So with Amer-I-Can, we really focus on the mind.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we try to partner with organizations who got jobs for them, so you can tell somebody change their life, but you ain't got nothing for them to eat. You pay their bills, it don't mean nothing.
Right.
So what I did, I took the I-Can out of Amer-I-Can and created my own I-Can Youth Foundation.
Right.
Where I got 200-something kids to college, Division I schools since '95. You know what I mean? And everybody in basketball, everybody know who I am. I know the politics of it, everything, because I actually go after kids to get them in college. I don't want superstars. I want kids no one ever heard of.
Right.
No one ever heard of Paul George.
Have the
Paul
work
George,
ethic.
Paul George ain't never ranked. He played for me. But other people take responsibility. Derrick Williams, number 2 draft pick, same time Paul came out. Never was ranked. Played for me. Jordan Hamilton played for me. All these guys. Then I got the big 50 from Grace Street Watts. His mother was banging, his dad was banging. They was both dead at 15. He had a baby. He had a baby at 15. He was the star quarterback at L.A. Jordan. He was the star baseball pitcher at L.A. Jordan. He was the star basketball player. 6'8". But he was a dang cold-blooded gangbanger. And I walked up to him. His homie said, "Rock, you need to save our little homie." I said, all right. I walked up to him at a game. "Fuck is you, cuz, Grace Street Watts." And I just looked at him. You want to repeat that? He looked on my back and he saw his homeboy like, "No, I'm bad, OG." I'm saying, no, don't talk that shit to me, nigga. We gonna be good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Remind you of me when I was about
He ended up going to the University of San Francisco. Graduated, went overseas for 6 years, came back home and said, "RoccHead, I want to do for you what you did for me." "What you mean?" "Hey, you helped me start my program in Watts. Now you're the head coach at the school he went to and he terrorized." I got hundreds of stories like that. That's what I do.
Right.
Because I never had a me for me.
Right.
But I was an animal. I was a motherfucker. Ain't no one can say shit about me.
Right.
Now, I'm not a shot caller. I'm a powerful motherfucker. Because I can go to any motherfucking hood out here and get the same respect they give their G's. Because everybody know I don't ride the fence. It's different when you change your life when you're going back and forth.
Right.
I don't ride the fence. The way I deal with my homeboy, I deal with everybody else's homeboy. I'm not going to show favoritism because I can't, because I'm on a mission of really trying to change people's lives. And that's what I do. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, Amer-I-Can exists. Amer-I-Can is powerful. And the reason why a lot of our contract we had at Long Beach with the youth bill back in the 90s, successful.
Well,
Everything
they
correct.
just finalizing now, right?
It was the youth bill back then. They had one in 95.
Okay.
And we did a great job, 5 years. But everybody, that's a black program. Because of Jim Brown's name, it's a black program. But we transcend race, religion, and social economic status. I've trained law enforcement officers, ordained ministers, pastors, police officers, to gang members, to at-risk professors. So how in the fuck that we a black program? But because of Jim Brown's name, it kind of crippled us. As powerful, as good as he is as a human being, all he cares about is human beings. People still look at him as a black program. And that's what crippled Amer-I-Can. But we still doing little stuff. We still doing what we can as we get contracts. And I ain't going nowhere. Real simple.
You ain't supposed to.
You know,
It's a lot of work to be done. You ain't supposed to.
I mean, this here is a given. You know what I mean? Everybody know about it. They put it together within a month. They didn't get the word out like they could have been. But there's no wrong or right. You can't debate this. What happened happened. It's still part of history.
Right.
And that's the key and joy of our movement. There's people look for wrong and right. You can't quit looking for.
If you're looking for wrong, anything can be a.
That's
Why you
part
step
of
on my
separation.
shoes? You know.
That's part of separation. But
Right.
you deal with reality as it is. Let's build and grow from there.
Right.
Let's build this for next year. It's 10 times bigger.
Right.
But that's what it's about. And that's what I'm driven by. I don't care about red or blue. I care about young black men having a chance I never had in my life. And that's what motivates me and drives me to do the work I've been doing since 1992. I did over 19 and a half, 20 years, got out in 92, and never went back. And still got the respect I had when I was in there.
Yeah.